Well, hello, model car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Revell, and this week we're going to dive into a vintage kit here. Well, for me anyway, going back to this one, I'm just going to dive into some memories and just tell how much I really enjoyed the kit. But I got a somewhat newer version. It's not as much newer, so it's kind of a surprise. But I know this is really stepping out from my normal muscle car modeler. But that's me kind of reminiscing and just kind of sharing a kit that's, I was looking into them. It just seems to be a seldom seen kit, whatever. I run into the kit all the time, it seems like, but I don't see hardly any of them built or any explanations of them. And so I was just kind of looking into it. And plus, looking into the history, this thing's been issued a few more times than I thought it was. And I don't know the full history of this kit or this tooling, but it appears that the first time it came out in 1975 with the trailer and everything, here's that box art. And that was the first one. This is the second one. And there's the third one. And then there's a couple more after that that has come up. Here's those box arts as they've appeared, and more recently this one. And while it appears, I don't have the newest ones. I really don't know what's changed in the kit, but it's kind of comical to look at these boxes here and, kind of look into the model itself. And, this kit is literally the same kit on the inside, but they're not that far apart. So before we really start jumping into it, I gotta, the box is just cracking me up, the size difference and everything. But it's Monogram 124 scale. This is the 1980s issue. When was this issued, actually? 1987 here. Old Ford Model T Street rod. This thing's pretty much all molded in colors. That's one of the things I just loved about it. I don't think I hardly painted anything of this kit. I basically just glued it together, but it was a lot of work. I remember that, getting it to glue together in a trailer. I played with this thing a lot. I broke the chains and what attaches the trailer to the bed, so I messed all of that up. So this ended up sitting off to the side. I played with it a lot, and it broke. So I just remember and how hard it was to put all these pinstripe decals on here. I did all of that, but it's still just one sharp car to look at in the box and everything. And it's great. And it's funny, when I open this thing up after, 30, 40 years of it. And of course, I remember all the gold chrome and just a ton of it. And then a couple of intakes. I don't remember which intake I used. I keep thinking I did the dual quad one, but I'm not 100% sure, because there's the dual quads, velocity stacks. Here's the single 4-barrel. All the gold chrome, which isn't very uniform. Matter of fact, I'm wondering if there's something I could spray on it to make it a little bit more uniform, because it's a little more gold on this side. So let me know if you guys know of a product that I can use to make this a bit more gold appearing. So, because I got a couple of these actually, of the gold ones. But all these wheels and the spoke wheels, inner and outer. So I know that at first glance I thought, man, I got 8 wheels here. And so, no, you got 6. And all these parts here. And same thing with this chrome tree right here, which some of the parts have kind of fallen off. But this gold tree here, got all the tail lights, radius rods, the regular air cleaner. So got all these parts here, but that's going to need another layer on it. And this way, the same side, flip it over, and it seems like they got a little bit more gold on the headers, but they didn't care about like all the rest of the parts. It's kind of interesting. And I'll have to dig out my my second one of this to kind of compare all this stuff, because for some reason I had picked up 2 and didn't realize it. We'll dive into these parts, because there's not much to this, so it's kind of funny to think, how little room is needed in this box to get these parts. So there's the body, tiny little body, and I know I didn't paint this. Didn't do anything with that. One of the tailgates. Some of the stuff is falling off the trees here. So move some of this stuff. What is this? That's flash. Okay. Here's the tree with the bed on the vehicle version. Then a separate bed right here that might fall off. the trailer hitch, the tailgate here, the other one that's got Ford on it. Radiator shell, radiator, pedals, radiator hoses, steering wheel, the small block Chevrolet V8 engine, the heads, wheel backs, and some of these other parts. That's for the top. There's the dash. There's a front suspension piece that holds the leaf spring pack. So not much to do. I don't even remember painting the wood there. There's wood in there that you could paint. I don't think I even did that. I think I just put the cover on it. Here's the frame. Not much to that as well. Same thing. And then this pile of parts. I remember the wood. I didn't use them, but they're in, you saw them in some of the other versions. So there's the wood things. There's the seat bottom. Here's the seat and the interior tub. And then here's one of the covers, the short cover, the long cover. Now, I remember painting these flat black, and that flat black. And I did it just like the box here. You can see, and the interior is gray. So if you look in there, it may be black, but it looks gray to me. But I remember that's what I did. I painted flat gray, flat black. So I didn't have any of these tan parts on mine. And I didn't use the wood. So I remember all of that. And then last but not least, here's the glass. This windshield's marred a little bit. Might be able to be polished out, kind of doubt it. But that's one of the reasons why I kind of looked for a second kit. Headlight's not missing, it just fell off. It's over here in the bag. So I'll be putting all that stuff back in here. I'll get a separate Ziploc bag for that. And then, of course, we've got the tires. Now there's big and let's just say wide and medium tires. But these are the smaller ones for the trailer, and these are the big ones for the car, the T-bucket. And then they all say Goodyear Rally GT on all four of these. But it's also got the two super skinny tires for the spokes, which don't say anything. Well, actually, this one does. I just can't read it. So it says something there. I just can't read it. Maybe I can read it later on the screen. So I've checked that out. And, of course, the Monogram Racing Team and the directions. Matter of fact, let's look at the directions and all of those decals. Trailer, license plate, and T-bucket license plate. But I remember it seemed like that took forever doing all of these decals. But not all of them are straight. Some of them are the whole D section if you look at them. But these decals look really good, and I plan to do this one black and with those decals exactly the way the box pictures it. So, and I remember, kind of brush painting the Ford right there and tried to do the Ford on the grill shell. And I don't believe it came out all that great. I remember putting that intake on it. I could have done this one. I just don't remember. It's just that was so long ago. But I keep remembering that I thought that was awesome. So, and then put it on here to see firewall, body. So C. I'm just curious if it tells you to paint it gray or tan. So what is C? C is dark gray. Satin white, sovereign gold, bright red, black, flat black. Okay, so it tells you to do that, but I do remember not having any of the tan brown, that I did paint all of that gray and black. So one of the few I actually followed the directions and brushed. I remember putting those decals on. Those were a pain right on the headlight. I think you barely see them too. But I remember doing that. There's the top. So kind of a trip down memory lane. So this is one that I do plan to build. It'll probably be a quick build, although it'll take me a little bit longer to do than I probably did the first time, because I'll airbrush everything. I'll airbrush the body, spend some serious time putting the decals on. But we'll dive right into this one, which, like I said, this is the Boomer Bucket Custom T Roadster pickup. And this one is actually from, what's the date on here? It's in the 90s. It's not much later, 1998. So 11 years later, they came out with this one. And, with the red box art and all this. Now, I picked this up. It's a special limited edition, one of 10,000. So I don't know how rare this one is. But same thing. Let's just pull all the parts out of the box here. But it's got that box that falls apart here, so kind of annoying. But, flip box. But that's what this one came in. Here you see the tires, the Goodyear Rally. This one's just kind of flipped over. It's kind of funny. But there's those, the skinny fronts, which it has that writing on there too. I can't read, but it's on there. A clear tree that looks like it has a very tiny little mark in there, but definitely much better. So that one can be polished out. Headlights, a bit more flash considering this really isn't that much older. Here's everything in chrome. Which this one, I have a certain way I picture this one being built. Then, so there's that chrome and all the same chrome here. Wonder why they cut it right here for a relief. I remember this one being broken. I think one of my kits, this is broken. May have been this one. I forgot to look. Let's see. Was it on that one or the other tree? The other tree. Okay. This one is not broken. So it's the other one that's broken. So let's not mix up the tires. Keep all that over there. I'll keep all this clean here. But really nice chrome on this one. And then this bag isn't even opened yet. So maybe my razor will... There's really no need to cut it. You can see right in the bag that it's all the same stuff except for what's on the end there. Oh, just number 6. Okay. So, yep, definitely all the same parts. Nothing here, but everything's molded in white. One thing I do remember about this particular one, the decal sheet. Much less of the pinstriping, but these flames. And these flames remind me of a certain one that was blue that had these flames on it. And I kind of picture doing that with all the bright chrome, put the flames on it, and do the blue on it. And maybe even still do some of this stuff on there. But I don't know if I'll actually build the trailer on this one. Might just do just the car with the flames on it. But again, this will be probably a quick build where you take your time. And then I'll have to do it with whichever intake I don't use, I'll do the opposite on this one. And probably leave the top off, just to make them look that much different, even though it's really the same kit. Kind of one of the fun parts about something like this. You know, or if I do the trailer, I'll do the wood stakes. But, I don't know. None of that's been decided just yet. There you see all the decals. So, and the flames. So anyways, kind of fun to look at and reminisce. And wonder if any of you guys build street rods like this too, and how you build them. Or, you know, for me, it's kind of a... I got quite a few of them. I really haven't built too many of them. But to me, it's kind of a nice break from my usual muscle car stuff to build something like this. And I probably got like 30 or 40 street rods. I really like the Revell Monogram Model A's, the 32 Model A's and stuff. So I don't have too many T's or buckets like this. So, but this particular kit, this is one that I just really love the kit. And I just remember fully enjoying building this one and just really going to, you know, I shouldn't say going to town on it. You know, I built it pretty quickly and just enjoyed it and played with it a lot. And it just didn't survive. I know some of the stuff was falling off. I think I broke one of the wheels. The trailer, the plastic broke back there so it wouldn't sit. And even, you know, today, once it's built and on my shelf, it'll be, you know, hard to maneuver around because I know this trailer falls off real easily. So anyways, just curious what you guys think of it, and if you guys enjoyed this video. So please let me know in the comments and everything, and same with the, you know, what I could possibly use to help that gold make it a bit more uniform but still look like gold plating. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments, likes, shares, and subscribes. I really do appreciate it. You guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.